Hey, it's Danielle here, and I have tried to record this video multiple times, far too many times than I would like to admit. My phone is an old phone, and it no longer records audio inside of apps. And then I tried to do it on my laptop, and then my laptop claimed that I didn't have enough room. So enter my husband in to fix my laptop and upgrade it, so it's like brand new. Yesterday he did that, and so here's the video today. This is what I've been trying to get across to the world. So what I'm going to talk about today is simple, but it's not. I want to share with you some of my journey, and I hate the word journey because it's so overused lately, and really what I want to do is I just want to share with you where my life has taken me and what I've learned, especially over the last few years. First of all, I look different. I feel different even than what I looked like this past spring. And I'm just a whole different person. And let me start with backing way up a couple years ago. When I first had Dell, I started doing Whole30. I did the Whole30. I did it exactly like I was supposed to. And the tiger blood that's referenced inside the book by Melissa Hartwig and her ex-husband, I don't remember what his name was, or is, but it was this tiger blood. This tiger blood where I felt on fire, I felt empowered, and I felt just so like I was Wonder Woman and I could do whatever I wanted. I was so energetic, and it was simply because of food. And I think at that time, when I finished my Whole30, that I knew that my issue was with food, and it wasn't with exercise. And I'm talking about my health. I'm talking about my physical health. And at this time, I still thought it was my physical health. And I struggled. Dell, my youngest, he did not sleep for 2 years, and he nursed for almost 2 years. And I was just so tired that if any of you have a Costco membership, you know those humongous muffins that they have, the ones you have to get the 2-pack for the deal, for the $7.99 deal. I lived on those. At nursing mom, I couldn't drink a ton of coffee because I'm one of those women that doesn't make a lot of milk, and I have to be very careful with my supply and what I put in my body and what I do with exercise and that kind of thing, for I would dry up. And so every afternoon I reached for a muffin, and the muffin gave me enough energy to get me through the rest of the afternoon, and it was hard. But I started packing on the pounds again. Nursing is not one of those things that allows me to lose weight. So, of course, here it comes again. And back in February of this year, I went hiking with my cousin up in Lake Tahoe, and I just thanked God all the way up that mountain and it wasn't a very hard climb, but it was definitely, the altitude was a problem for me. And it would have been no matter how physically fit I was, because I live in the Midwest and I don't have the altitude situation that's there. So, but I thanked God that I had a body that was capable of climbing that mountain, and then all the way down and just belly laughed. All the way down the mountain and just belly laughed. And I just felt so, again, that was just an empowering thing. So March of this past year, I decided that since Dell had weaned and I was completely dry, that he had weaned at the end of January, and I decided in March, well, now's the time. Now's the time to do it. I've tried Weight Watchers, I've tried other things, and it just wasn't happening. And for me, that was important. I knew that I could work out. I had been running the whole time, wasn't seeing the weight loss. I was, like I said, I was reaching for these muffins. I was reaching for the sweets, for that quick energy, and for stuff that just to get me by. I was in this survival mode, and that's okay. And that's something I want to say too, is to have forgiveness for yourself. For myself, it was big that I had to remember, this is a season. This is a season, and it's not going to last forever. I'm going to get out of this rut. And that was where I started that mind shift last spring, early spring, late winter. And then in March, I decided that I was done. Like, I needed to go and attack this food situation, because I know I can exercise, that's fine, but the food is the situation. And what I really found underneath that was that food is my go-to. Food is my go-to when I don't know how to feel, when I don't know how to handle things, when I don't know how to express what I need to have expressed, or if I don't feel accepted, or if I feel like my self-worth is being attacked, I will seek food. And whether it's gorging myself on a beautiful steak dinner, which there's nothing wrong with a steak dinner, but I would just gorge myself. I didn't have boundaries, and that's what I was searching for boundaries in all areas of my life, and food no exception. So essentially what I did was I approached my food with MacroMissonary and in a way of having boundaries that I can do. I was given a set of boundaries and I could do whatever I wanted in there and I was safe. So I could eat a half a pizza, a Jets pizza with the turbo crust, everything. Like I could eat a half a pizza. I could have chocolate and donuts and I could have whatever I wanted as long as it fit my macros. I could still eat Chick-fil-A, which is a very important thing. But there were points that I was eating so much food that my husband just looked at me and said, I don't think you're doing this right. Like you're not supposed to be eating a half a pizza. Like you're eating more food than I am, and yet you're somehow losing weight. Excuse me. And so that was the turning point for me to say, okay, this is working. This is my lifestyle. I can still go out and have pizza with my friends or with my kids and not worry about my weight. I can go and have a donut for breakfast, or I can go and have a donut at dinner, or I can go and say I showed up to a retirement party and I didn't even think about eating 2 cupcakes. It was not a problem for me because I can adjust, and it helped me to live this lifestyle. So all of that said, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Actually, I am. I'm within 30 pounds of where I would like to be, and I don't want to be a number. I don't want to be defined by my weight. I want to be defined by my spiritual strength. And that's where for me the connection of the mind, body, spirit has happened. That my outward appearance allows people to see my inner soul, inner heart, like the health of myself. My skin, people talk about their gut health and things, and I'm very big on gut health, and although I just talked about donuts and things. But anyway, I'm very big on the microbiome in my gut, and it is truly like healing my body from the inside out. And that's something too that I've learned to recognize, that God created our bodies in this magnificent way that we can actually heal ourselves from the inside out. Like how cool is that? And I'm so excited to be a part of a team right now, and I will discuss this more in future videos, but I'm a part of a team that is part of the MacroMissonary team that goes out and uses our spiritual connection to this food situation to continue to empower and to release people from the hold of the lies that we believe about our food and about our culture with food, and even more. But for now, I'm just going to leave it at that because we need to get ready for church. The kids are dressing up for trunk or treat tonight, and Dietrich is going to be a Ghostbuster, and Dalen is going to be Rainbow Dash, and Dell is going to be Marnell, or Marshall, for the rest of us, Marshall from the Paw Patrol. So we're going to do that, and that's what we have on our plan, and probably do some food. I think they're having food. I don't know. It's rainy and gross outside, so I'm not sure what they're doing. But we're going to do that, and I'm going to cut this off now. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything else, just drop them in the comments below, or shoot me a message or text or whatever you want. And I'll talk to you soon. I'll be back. Bye.